So now let's make like a combine between those two calls and then wait for both of them, let's say, until they are ready and display the data on the screen, and which will also help us to have a loading indicator. So when all posts or all Axios, let's say, calls finish, then we display the data, and during that we show a loading indicator. First of all, let's do some cleanup. So I will put here this URL in another variable or external variable. Let's say here that we have a variable. Of course, there is something called environment variables. You can use them as well. But for me now, I will just make a folder called it consts, like let's say constants. And inside this const, let's define like another file, which can be called like, let's say, application app consts like this. So it can be then used for our application. We place all the constants which we need in another applications or in another pages. So for that, I will say here export constant and I will give API underscore URL and then I will give it the value this one. So in that way, we will be able to use this API URL constant in another files or in another screens. So in that way, just make sure that you don't have slash here, or you can have it, but when you are going to combine this URL with the URI, let's say, then you need to make sure that you don't have double slash then as a result. So let's save this part. I will go back to detail screens and then I will say here, don't use for me this, but use the API URL. So I will say here like get API URL. It's automatically imported from consts, as you see. And then I will say crypto markets data and ID. The same thing is going to happen for this one. So we can have API URL as well. And now, okay, we have shorter URL, but we need, as I told you, we need to combine those calls together in one call. So for that, you can use something ready in JavaScript, which is called promise. Why I am using promise? Because if you put the mouse on Axios get, you are going to see that the result is returning for us a promise. So this promise is waiting for the data until they are ready from the server, and then here with this then we get the response. So the then will respond to me when the data are really coming from the server, and this will take like some time until the data are ready. So for that, I will go here again and I will say, okay, get for me the promise dot all. So in that way, you can combine multiple promises together. So I will say, okay, get this first one, first get, as you see here, and save it and cut it, let's say here from here and put first one and then comma, and I will combine as well another one. So I will say here axios.get also this line, and it will be comma like this. But we are getting error. So we need to see what is this all is requiring. So it's requiring, as you see, the array. So we need to put those or surrounded by an array. So each for one call. So we put all of those in array. So in that way, we will have for this promise.all array, and it will be first call and the second call, and the response will come as well as array. So we will say here that response, let's say, give it like shorter name response. The first response will be the market data. So I will say here res market data, and the second will be res profile data, or let's say just profile. So I am getting two responses here exactly in the same order of this call in this array. So for that, I can then set the market data, as you see here, with that also the, like, let's say the call itself. So don't forget here to put parentheses. So I will go here and say I have, this is because this is a callback function. So I will put it here as well. Okay, now we don't have any problem. So let's set crypto market data with response crypto market data dot data. And also we will have set crypto profile exactly the same way with the response profile dot data. And then we don't need this get anymore, and we will have the data then in the one call. Like we can say we wait for both of them to be finished, then I can display the data. Because sometimes maybe this will be faster than the second. So in that way, we will have a missing screen, like the screen will be loaded slowly like a web page, which is not nice in mobile application. So we wait for the data all to be ready, and then we display them. In the next lecture, we are going to handle a loading. So in that way, when I click here, I don't have white screen, but I see some loading indicator. And this is what we will see in the next lecture.